When it comes to Grey's Anatomy, each season is packed with unforgettable moments, jaw-dropping plot twists, and emotional roller coasters. But within every season, there's always that one episode that stands out from the rest, the one that leaves a lasting impression on fans and pushes the characters to new heights. From life-changing surgeries to heart-wrenching goodbyes, let's dive into the best episode from each season of Grey's Anatomy and see why they've earned their place at the top. Starting off at number 9, we have Golden Hour. In Golden Hour, Meredith steps up to prove she is chief resident material. The entire episode happens in real time, highlighting the intensity of 1 hour at the hospital. She juggles multiple critical cases, including a man suffering from stroke. While dealing with the chaos of the ER, she also has personal concerns about her fertility and struggles to manage her emotions while trying to stay focused.
Qua? My boobs, they're huge. Am I supposed to like big boobs?
Oh God, no. I'll make you fall over.
Perhaps the most shocking moment is when Richard's wife, Adele, shows up at the hospital with a broken wrist.
Slipped off the stepladder. Ooh, landed on my wrist. Oh, it's basically nothing.
As Richard and Adele are leaving the hospital, Meredith tries to discuss her concerns about Adele's behavior. She points out several instances where Adele seemed confused. However, he dismisses Meredith's worries, believing that Adele's confusion was just due to the stressful day. He insists that if something serious was wrong, he would know, and tells Meredith that Adele isn't like her mother, who had Alzheimer's.
Alzheimer's trial 24/7, I get it. But Adele is not your mother, Meredith. She's my wife.
At number 8, we have Freedom Part 2. The episode is intense and filled with life-changing moments. Meredith, still working on a risky medical trial with Derek, has a breakthrough when their patient survives surgery. This leads to a powerful emotional moment between them, where they rekindle their romance as she built a candle house reflecting their dream home. Meanwhile, Alex is dealing with the emotional fallout of Rebecca's mental health issues. He becomes overwhelmed as he tries to care for her, but realizes he can't do it alone. And George decides to retake his intern test after learning he only failed by 1 point.
Listen, I'm taking the test. Lexi, I know I was mad before, but thank you.
And at number 7, we have Who's Zoomin' Who? Who could forget the epic moment that Addison Montgomery showed up on the scene and put a significant hole in the middle of Derek and Meredith's fledgling romance? It's a scene fans of Grey's Anatomy have a hard time forgetting. At the time, none of us could have guessed Derek was secretly married. "You must be the woman sleeping with my husband" is still one of the most iconic twists and lines in the series.
Mr. Shepard.
Shepard?
And you must be the woman who's been screwing my husband.
At number 6, we have Drowning on Dry Land. This season 3 episode saw Meredith almost drown after a massive ferry accident. She winds up getting pushed into the water by accident, and Derek has to save her. Eventually, Derek finds Meredith unconscious in the water and rushes her to the hospital. As she lies unresponsive, the doctors do everything they can to revive her. This episode highlights the emotional toll the situation takes on Derek, Christina, and the rest of Meredith's friends, who are left unsure if she'll survive.
She will come through this.
You don't know that?
Coming off at number 5, we have Guess Who's Coming to Dinner? Meredith hosts a dinner party at her house, which quickly becomes chaotic. Callie is dating Penny, who was one of the doctors present when Derek died. Meredith still partially blames Penny for the death of her husband. So when Callie invites Penny over for dinner, it causes all kinds of tension at the dining table.
That's where Derek died. Isn't that right, Penny?
That's right.
Perfect Penny killed my husband.
The dinner party quickly spirals into an uncomfortable gathering filled with personal drama, secrets, and unresolved tension.
So what do you want to do?
At number 4, we have Remember the Time. The episode shows flashbacks of how the plane crash survivors dealt with the aftermath. Meredith struggles with grief over Lexi's death. Derek faces uncertainty about his surgical career after injuring his hand. Arizona is devastated after losing her leg. And Christina is emotionally traumatized, leading her to leave Seattle. We watch as Callie is ultimately forced to remove Arizona's leg.
Cut it off.
As the doctors visit a comatose Mark, all the while seeing Christina go into a catatonic state.
I've got it. Hold on. There's some strings. Calm down. Easy. Calm down.
Okay, sedation's in.
And at number 3, we have Dark Was the Night. In Grey's Anatomy, Season 8, Episode 9, things take a tragic turn. Teddy asks Christina to operate on her husband Henry without telling her who the patient is.
No question, Henry's on his feet faster if we don't open him up.
Christina doesn't have to know that it's Henry. Drape his face. Don't show her the chart. Give her a verbal history. You put a bronchoscope and a laser in her hand, she's not going to ask for the guy's name.
Sadly, Henry dies during the surgery, and Owen decides they should lie to Teddy, who is in the middle of surgery herself. It's really hard to watch. Meanwhile, Meredith and Alex are transporting a newborn baby when their ambulance breaks down in the middle of nowhere, putting the baby's life at risk. As tension rises, the emotional toll of these events deeply affects the doctors. At number 2, we have As We Know It. The aftermath of the bomb threat in the hospital continues. After a patient arrives at the hospital with a live bomb inside his chest cavity, Meredith holds the bomb in place to prevent an explosion. When she finally hands it over to Dylan, everyone thinks the danger is over. However, just as Dylan walks away with the bomb, it explodes, killing him instantly. The moment is both terrifying and heartbreaking, leaving a lasting impact on Meredith and the hospital staff. Finally, at number 1, we have Silent All These Years. Joe Karev helps a patient named Abby who was sexually assaulted. The episode portrays Abby's trauma and the delicate handling of her case. Joe opens up about her own experience with assault, making it a deeply personal and emotional moment. In one powerful scene, the hospital's female staff lines the hallway to support Abby as she walks to surgery, emphasizing solidarity and compassion. In this incredible hour, we learn about what happened when Joe visited her mother. She discovers she was the product of rape.
And I continued to say no. And I fought him. I fought as hard as I could, but he would not take no for an answer. So, 9 months later, I had a baby. I had you, and then 5 days later, I didn't.
And that wraps up our list of the best episodes from every season of Grey's Anatomy. From heart-stopping surgeries to unforgettable emotional moments, these episodes have shaped the legacy of the show. Each one represents why fans keep coming back for more. Whether it's for the intense drama, the touching relationships, or the powerful stories. If you enjoyed this breakdown, be sure to like and subscribe to stay updated on more Grey's Anatomy content. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.